Peralta got hit last night. This one was heat seeking in towards him, and he didn't like it. Words now exchanged.
Well, you don't like to hit twice. I don't blame him.
Not when a guy throws as hard as Osich. So everybody having a meet and greet out in the infield.
Here's Manny. And he's drilled, and Manny's going after him. And here we go. And Manny and Ventura are going at it on the mound. And this is a big-time brawl at Camden Yards. He threw at Manny in the second inning, and on the first pitch he drills him, and that's the MO of Yordano Ventura. This has followed him in his brief career.
We chalked it up to Ventura trying to get the ball off the plate as the Orioles scored 5 runs with the first 9 hitters against Ventura. But he clearly was not just trying to pitch inside to Machado with what he did on the first pitch to him here in the 5th. Is that what the Royals need right now?
Maybe it is, because the way things are going, I don't know. I mean, who knows? Sometimes that'll wake up a team. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, we'll find out if there was something else that led.
Tarpaulin on the field.
And that
Bad
absolutely
blood.
was. Oh, that absolutely was.
Here comes Bill Miller in from first base, and the benches are clearing. Here we go. Park got one up and in.
Well, what Jose wants to do is drop the bat. That's the first thing, because that's something that can get you suspended.
Daryl Boston over there with him. Abreu is not pleased. Frazier's in there. He was hit by a pitch. Abreu gets plugged in the side. This is game 1 of a 3-game series.
It's also 2 teams that have 2 series each against one another, both home and away, remaining after this series. So we probably haven't seen the last of this.
The bullpens are being sent back to their respective areas.
And remember, you don't have to issue a warning if in the mind of the umpires. Now he's issuing a warning now, but if in the mind of an umpire he thinks that the pitcher has thrown at a hitter, he can eject him without any warnings being issued.
Reading Robin's lips, he said, "You heard him say it." So there was something said. And watch the reaction by May. That is not shock.
Beltre ducked off a tough hop, and the throw is wide down the line, and there we got a fight at second. Bautista picked on the wrong guy as Odor came right at him, and we got the benches emptying now. There's some pent-up emotion going on out of Globe Life Park.
Well, Bautista got the worst of that exchange.
The fans may have been waiting since last October, but it looks like the Rangers and Blue Jays were waiting since last October. There was some serious. You don't normally see that kind of fight in a major league game, but you did today.
Yeah, generally it's a lot of posturing. There was no posturing in that.
Nope, sure wasn't.
I'll tell you one thing, Rugna didn't waste any time getting a few swings in on Bautista either.
Bautista might be hurt.
He could be. Rudin popped him real good.
Well, they picked the wrong guy to slide into second base hard on.
Jeff Bannister right in the middle of things.
Yeah, that's still a volatile situation.
Yeah, yes, it is. I think they're going to call a double play for Bautista sliding beyond the bag and interfering with Odor's ability to make a double play. That's Lance Barrett, the third base umpire, talking to Bautista. All of a sudden, this ballpark is filled with electricity. Still John and John Gibbons.
I guarantee you John Gibbons doesn't want any part of Bannister either.
And now DeMarlo Hale getting an explanation. Here's the close-up.
Yeah, that's the kind of slide they're trying to eliminate.
Yep. And I think Odor, you saw Odor dropping down. Rudin said nope.
Whoa! I think Bautista got all he could handle with that.
Odor's now 2 for 5 today.
Wow. That's some pretty solid contact right there.
Yep. And going on the field after you've been ejected from a ball game during the ball game, I got to think that's going to be a pretty hefty fine on whatever, on top of whatever he's going to be fined.
Or a suspension.
Gibbons and Bannister continuing to go at it pretty well. So that is all taken care of. Jeff Bannister, a show of emotion as he walked back to the Ranger dugout after the.
Got him, and that'll end the inning. Bum got something to say to Myers, and now Myers is going after Bumgarner. And it's be wise for Bumgarner to get out of there.
Now, the one thing you can't do if you're Bumgarner and you're the ace of the staff is get into an altercation that could possibly lead to a suspension.
So this will get resolved quickly. It always gets resolved is the last bullpen guy that gets there.
Well, I mean, you got to show, you got to represent if you're a bullpen guy.
So something went on. I do believe it was the pitch prior to that Bumgarner didn't like it.